How's it going, everybody? I am Matt Tardy, professional stunt juggler. I'm going to teach you how to juggle 3 balls really quickly. Always start with 1 and just get used to the idea of throwing it back and forth from one hand to the other. I usually throw it a little above my head, maybe about eye level, and keep your eye on the ball as it goes into the air and comes out of the air. Notice my head is pointed up. I'm not looking at my hands. Okay? This is important. I'm throwing it the same back and forth from one hand to the other. I'm not throwing it up and then passing it across and throwing it up. This is not juggling. It's certainly not the standard cascade juggling, so please do not do any of this kind of stuff. All right? So, easy enough, passing the ball back and forth. Now, 2 balls. We're still not juggling yet. We need all 3, but 2 balls is probably one of the most important steps, because this is where we learn, again, it's not about doing this. Don't do this, okay? It's about throwing 1 ball up, and then just as it starts to fall, I'm going to throw the other ball up. And it's going to look like this. 1, 2, catch, catch. Okay? 1, 2, catch, catch. I'm throwing the balls 1, 2, catch, catch. All right? They don't go at the same time. No, no. All right? I'm not, no. I'm going 1, 2, catch, catch. Okay? That's the exchange. That's really the center of what all of juggling is based on, especially with odd numbers, is that idea of throwing 1 up, then the other one. Okay, now we're going to get to the 3rd ball, and I apologize if I'm moving quickly, but hey, if these instructions aren't good, feel free to find better ones, because there are, or you could just hire me to come to your house and I'll teach you how to juggle. So, 3 balls. I've got a red one, a blue one, and this weird purple swirly thing. So I'm going to put 2 in one hand and 1 in the other hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start with the right hand. Doesn't really matter. You can start with the left hand, you can start with the right hand. Now, I'm going to throw 1 ball from the right hand to the left, just like we did before. Like that. Okay? But this time, when I cross them, I'm going to continue that pattern. So just watch closely. 1, 2, 3. You see that? See, they all switch too. So I'm going to switch them back just to give you an example. So I've got blue, red, and the pink one here. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And they've switched hands. You notice how every ball goes the same height, roughly? That's your goal, is to get them the same height, and that pattern, that tempo, is very consistent. I'm not going 1, 2, 3, and one goes really high. Oftentimes people will have, their left hand will throw short, so it would be like 1, 2, 3, and they try to do that. Try your best to get the throws exactly the same. I like to think juggling is actually a lot more like basketball than you realize, because everybody thinks just because I'm a professional juggler, I can catch anything. Granted, I've been catching things for a long time, so my skills are pretty good at that, but what I'm really good at is throwing. You want to teach yourself, like a basketball player, to throw the ball into the hoop being your hand, so that it just lands there. It's not about getting really good at moving your hands very fast. It's more about throwing very accurately so the ball goes where you want. So practicing just 1 ball back and forth, you can learn so much about juggling with just that 1 motion. And again, back to the 3 balls. 2 in one hand, 1 in the other. Now I don't have to stop. I don't have to go 1, 2, 3 and then stop. I can just keep the pattern going. So I'm just going to keep it going for a little while so you can watch it, analyze it, and check out my cool hair. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So counting while you're juggling is a good idea. It helps you keep rhythm. It also helps track your progress. If you get 3 throws and then catch them all, great. If you get 6, awesome. That's what they call sort of an official juggle. And then you can count on to 9, 10, 20, 50, however many throws and catches you can count, or you can get in a row without making a mistake. And don't be afraid of dropping either. A lot of people think that as soon as they drop it, it's a mistake and they feel bad and they get discouraged. Actually, I find the people who learn the quickest are the people who are not afraid to make mistakes. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to just go 1, 2. Wow, that was loud. 1, 2, drop, drop. That's fine. Work on those throws. Again, it's more like basketball. You're practicing throwing correctly, and really in the beginning, just trying to understand that pattern. And it's kind of like weaving a rope, okay? So I'll show you one more time. and then okay, so that's 3. And just really quickly, because a lot of people do have scarves. So if you do have scarves, it's really the same pattern, except instead of throwing it, you kind of carry it across your body. So that one throw in the beginning would look more like that. See, I'm kind of like drawing an X across my body. And then when you get all 3 going, so I am, throwing them a little bit at the end of their reach there, but mostly I'm carrying it up across my body and then letting them fall. Good luck with your juggling. Thanks so much for watching.